I really want you to understand that Joseph Pilates left an intention. He left a philosophy, a concept, a mind, heart set, and body set for us that was very tailored to the area of his times, which was the late 20s all the way to the late 60s. That was his mindset. That was his vision, but he was 50 years ahead of his time. Now, the bodies of today, the sorrow, the worries, and the fears and the stresses of today are not the same anymore. But what is still exactly the same with Joe's time is that Joseph worked with each individual body, and he adjusted and adapted to the needs of every single one of their clients. Now, he didn't necessarily adapt to their psychology because there was only one psychology and it was his. So it's his way or the highway, if you know that expression. So it's his way or go and leave, which we can't really afford if we're trying to do business. We need to kind of adjust to everybody's personality. But Clara was way more the one who was adjusting things to the person and to the people's psychology or persona or authenticity. So Joseph was all about the work, the hardship work, done a certain way with repetition and mastery, with a set order. And Clara was more about the caring, the kindness, the softness, the understanding. I see you, I hear you, I understand you. Joseph was about I see you, and what I see is what I act on. He was very visual and he was very tactile. Probably not the most auditive person compared to Clara, who was very much in her hearing, just like Eve Gentry was very much in her hearing. And they had another faculty that they brought to the work. I always say Clara brought texture. She was the alchemist of the work. And Joe was the architect of the work. You may want to write this down. That's at least what I believe, that there is always an architectural part. And then there is a alchemy part. There's the biochemistry of the body, and there's the biomechanics. Remember that, the biomechanics and the biochemistry. The biomechanics is how we move, and the biochemistry is how we feel when we move. Biochemistry, how we feel. Biomechanical, how we do. And that is what exercising is going to be. And this is what we're experiencing now together with Eva's restoration work, which I call the essential work, the very, very beginning.